Time for another Jefferson nickel box hunt. Got one ready to go, and hopefully it's got some goodies in it. Looking for some holes to fill here. Looking for one of these. We've gone dry in the last three boxes. Probably something that was coming for quite a while, but hey, you know what? I still like getting them. Looking for anything that's interesting and cool. And we got a box there to search, and we're going to do it now. Hey, it's Silver Chupacabra, and we're here for our one box hunt to see if we can find some goodies. What I mean by goodies, I mean something that's going to fill those three holes there. The 1950D, the big kahuna, if you want to call it that, I guess, of the nickels, Jefferson-wise at least. 1938S, that would be a cool find as well. That is a key date. By the way, the 50D is also. And then the 39D. So what's left here are key dates, and they're tough finds. But I know if we put our head to it, mind to it, however you want to put it, and cross our fingers and toes, hey, anything can happen. So definitely looking for some of that. Last box hunt we had definitely had a decent amount of finds, but one semi-key date was all we had in that. And that's probably the weakest nickel box hunt we've had in about 3 months. Got the Buffalo Nickel collection book out again. I don't care. I'm still saying we're always looking for these. We've got plenty to fill here. As you can see, as we get into the 30s, even the 20s, I think we've got a lot there. I mean, 20s and 30s, probably about the same amount of holes, to be honest, but still, we want to find one. We want to find two. I like to find lots. And you know what? If a stray V-Nick comes around, shield nickel, please. But if it came around, I'd take it. Foreign coins, varieties, errors. Hey, I'm up for everything. And you know what? I think this box has it. Let's go to it. I got the top side of the box here. Let's go ahead and do a quick check. See if there's anything in there that's interesting. It's pretty old there. Definitely a bunch of new ones there too. Interesting. For the red cents, not red nickels. 2005. There's another one, by the way, with the bison on the back. I do not see anything resembling a spear or a die crack. Definite possibilities here. Another 2005. Lots of wear. Wow. So some interesting ones, that's for sure. This first roll here is the one we're going to start out with. That looks like at least 70s. I cannot quite tell date-wise on there. Just too deep in there. And then we got one of those great Jefferson portraits that I just cannot stand on the back. Did that start 2006? Oh well. I can't go back now. You wouldn't think they could go back. Anyway, let's go. Okay, we are on a roll 2 out of this nickel box. And at the very end, we've got something that looks old. Hey, guess what? It is old too. It isn't always a thing, by the way. It can look old and still have, 70s or 80s, which, by the way, are old. What is it, 72 years old? 1952? No key or semi-key dates, but that's a good one to start off on. Do we have a mint mark to back that up? We do not. San Francisco it is. San Francisco. How about we go for Philly instead? Oh, that is the end of this roll. We'll go to 3. All right, third roll in. Let's say right at the start, actually. Not at the ender, but the start at least. 1954. Very nice. Yeah, definitely is seen a day or two there on the circulation lines. Do we have a mint mark to go with this? First coin we found did not. This one has a Denver, which makes so much sense. Harkens me back to those days or those hunts, I should say. That found 8 of these? Are you kidding me? Hey, roll 5, and we've got our third find of this box. So far, looking pretty cool. Hopefully it continues. We had a 1946 at the beginning of this roll. There are no semi-key or key dates for 46. As usual, always nice to get a mint mark. What you do? Denver. 46 minted in Denver. Nice. And onward we go. Unfortunately, can't even look for a henny for that one. Do. 7th roll of this nickel box hunt, and we've got our 4th find. And it's the infamous variety of pink nickel. As I've told you before, I am actually a dork. Look, 1947. It's a beautiful U. I don't know if I've found a pink nickel before, but hey. Let's go ahead. Oh, it's even pink on the back, too. Oh, look. Isn't that cute? Will we get a mint mark? We do. Denver. One of a kind, folks. You can start bidding on it anytime you want. 47 from Denver, minted in Denver. The pink variety. Hey, we are on the 10th roll of this nickel box hunt. And we're going to have our first foreign coin. I just missed this as I was laying it out there and didn't get it till I've already looked through some coins. But you can see it. It would be Canadian. Of course, you know me. It'll be the 19... oh, excuse me. First time, it'll be the 1970s or 80s. Not even 70s. 80s or 90s. That's what I usually get. We're going to flip her over to the obverse first just to see what portrait we've got. And I would say 70s or 80s. It's not the young, but it's kind of not middle age either. Young middle age. How about that? Let's go ahead and take a look. If it's 1986, I'm going to laugh. Oh my God. Well, I promised you I was going to laugh. Ladies and gents, I did not in any way look at this nickel beforehand, and yet it is what it is. I cannot believe this was 1986. It just seems to be the one I get a lot of, and that's the only one I see. That could be the funniest thing I've seen in a nickel box hunt this year, other than the chewed up nickel from the last hunt. It looks like a dog got to it, but oh my gosh, too funny. Roll 12 of this nickel hunt, and we have an oldie in the roll itself. They spread it out, 1940. This tone to it just looks old, right? A bad detail there, really, in the hair. It's got a lot of the hair detail marks. Good for a 40. I'm thinking there's probably going to be a mint mark on this one. Monticello, decent detail, but there's actually a lot of wear there too. So maybe not. No, there is. 40 Denver. This will be our Oldest find on the hunt so far. Hopefully not the oldest, but right now it's one of the oldest. Very cool. Roll 19 of this nickel box, and we have our sixth find. 1958. Denver it is. Pretty common. This box is, I don't know, it just does not, I don't get a good vibe off of it, and sometimes that actually is a thing. It's not getting a whole lot of, the coins that we've found that are old look really old, so it's like, man, even the ones that you would have an inkling that aren't old, you do have a little bit left here. Did I make any sense on that? Right, on to roll 21 of this nickel box, and we have the older 50s, 1957. It was probably going to be a D, but you know, we like to check anyway, and it is. So we got a couple of the commons in here now. We'll check the rest of the roll. So we're on a roll 23, and we've got our 8th find of this box so far. A little light, but we're moving at least. 1948, first one we've had of these. And there is always a chance for a semi-key date, 48S. I think at least there's a chance here. We'll find out. I guess there isn't. 48 Philly. No, cool. 48 Philly. First one we've had on this hunt. Let's keep her going. And next roll up, 24. And somewhere near the beginning here. 1941 is the first one we've had so far in 41s. Let's see if we've got a mint mark along with that. All of them are commons, but still, we do. That's a San Francisco. I seem to get a lot of San Francisco's 41-wise. It's an interesting deal. It's like, why? Anyway, cool beans, and we'll check the rest of this roll out. Halfway through the box, we have our 11th find, so it's actually, is it 11th or 10th? Let me count real quickly here. No, 11th. So our 11th find is up to bat. It's going to come on a little bit. Nothing of quality quite yet, but we're still working on it here. 1952. I think we started this hunt with a 52 way back, was that 1,000 years ago? It's a decent shape for a 52. The earlier 52, by the way, hair, can't tell. Nope, scratch. The earlier 52 was a filly. Something tells me this is going to be also a filly, but you never know. No, filly. Coolins. Well, just a little bit left of this 25th roll. Okay, next roll 26, and we've got another find. This is 12. Got 1951. A little bit of ring of death there on top of his head. That's too bad. Pretty decent shape other than that. The S mint mark for the San Francisco mint would be a key or a semi-key date. Plus, it'd be cool. And it is. Nice. Semi-key niceness. A quality coin pops up in the box hunt. Looky, it came out in the 27th roll. I haven't seen, I don't know if I've even seen one of these yet, the 2024 nickel. Especially if they've halted production of these. Anyway, pretty cool. It's actually in pretty decent shape too. Looks like new, which kind of makes sense, Onward. Roll 28 of this box set, and we got another one of those older 50s commons, 1959. Very nice. This likely will be Denver. And there it is. It is fine. I'm just doing a quick count. Was it 13? I think it's 13. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, just 12. But still. 12, and, we're not done with the third row of 10 yet. So, hey. Oh, wait, look at that. We still have more. Okay, roll 30 of this nickel box hunt. And we've got another one that we have not seen. Yep, 56. This is part of the commons from 59 all the way down to the 56. But she's actually in very good condition. A lot of detail in the hair. Usually it'll be a D, but, you never know. I'm actually checking to see if it's got some steps there. Might have a few there. It'll be Philadelphia. And I think, sorry, I didn't like the way I was bringing that one in. Yeah, let's see, it's got a few steps there. I'd have to look at that on the scope, but pretty good detail for that 56. It might be an upgrader, you never know. Still, we are on roll 32 of this nickel box hunt, and at the very end of the roll, not the end, I don't think it was an ender, by the way, but ending part of the roll, we've got another 1947. And if you remember earlier, we had a nice pink 1947D. Will this be the same mint mark, or will we get something different? You'll find out. It's pretty worn, pretty beat up. And it is a Philly. We'll take a quick look for Mr. Henning's work. I do not see the notch on there R there, so probably not a Henning. I'll weigh these, of course. I always weigh all of them. Anyway, 47 Philly. We need a S for, I believe, for the mint cycle. Cool. Hey, on to roll 39 of this nickel box hunt. And we got a very suspicious looking older coin. Just look at that. If that isn't at least 59, probably in the 40s, by the way, then I'll eat my hat. I don't have a hat on right now, but I'll eat one anyway. Let's see if the hat's going to be sauteed or not. It is in the 50s. 58, really? Wow, I was expecting older than that. I think it looks like it's 1858. Probably a D. Yeah. I've had one of those, which is cool. 15 fines. I don't know if there's anything left in there. 3 rolls left. Roll 47. It's kind of gotten a bit slow here of late. And that's going to change a little bit here, at least. We're hoping, at least. Take a look. I left it in the roll. Man, you know what? There are quintessential rims that just look like they've got silvery goodness, and there are some that, kind of question. And it's like, I don't think you could scream it out any more than this. That says silver ward nickel all the way. And that confirms it. Nice. Big old P on top there. It actually has decent wear to it as well. What I mean by that is it actually has decent detail. Very cool. Now, if this is a 43, I'm telling you, man, this would be like 4 out of the last 5 nickel box hunts we've gotten a 43P. And here it is. And just checking real quickly to see if it's the 3 over the 2. It does not look like it. I love just looking at this coin right now. The tone is out of this world. Very, very cool stuff. Made this so-so box hunt into actually a pretty good one. Okay, so that is the end of this nickel box hunt. Remember, we are only doing one box for a little while, just kind of see how that goes. So far, I would say, yeah, there's a lot less finds in these, but, you know, it's kind of the way it is, so we'll see how it goes, as I said before. Anyway, 16 finds in all. I just had a couple of the nickels fly off the desk here. I did find the 40, but the 41S, I have no idea where it is, so imagine a 41S there. It's not like I need it anyway. There is a 40, and I believe that actually is a Denver, if I remember right. Yes, it is. I have that in the wrong position. Should be down here. Anyway, 40D. We did have a 41S, which is, use your imagination. 46D, a couple of 47s, one Philly, one Denver. We had one 48 in Philly. A couple of 52 Phillies. And I believe those are pretty, minage-wise, those are actually in the double-digit millions, which is fairly, I mean, it's common, but it's, you know, it's not a whole lot. 54D. A beautiful 56 with full steps on the back. That's Philly, by the way. That might be an upgrader. 57 Denver, a couple 58s out of Denver, and then a 59 Denver. Did have one Canadian, and the one I called before I even looked at it, 1986. It just seems to come out a lot. It's like the only nickel I think Canada ever actually minted. Anyway, 2 quality finds. If I can start not moving my camera like that. We have a 1951 semi-key date. And why is that? Well, that's because it's got the San Francisco mint mark. Very cool find there. And then we did have a Civil War nickel very late in this box hunt. And of course, it is the most common. By the way, it's just, this does have great detail in it. It doesn't look like it because of the toning. Monticello's got all these windows here. It's hard to find sometimes. Probably one of my best 43Ps, but very common. Too bad about the scar there, and kind of a scar there too, but the toning is definitely beautiful. Anyway, 16 finds in all. It was running on average, and then at the very end, it kind of fell below it. But that's all right. It's the way it goes. We'll check for varieties. Probably not much going on with collection books, but we'll get back to you in a little bit. Okay, so I had a chance to look at the older coins and did not find any varieties, mark problems, or anything like that. So collection books we go, and of course none of the 3 holes that we're looking for here were filled. Did, however, change the 56 Philly. Sorry about the light problem there. Why did that happen? There we go. It's a little bit better. It's a really nice 56. Pretty much well uncirculated. Steps are nice on this. I do believe I showed that earlier. Steps are nice on it. But I did look at it on a scope because I was looking for the QDR on the 56. There is one for Philly. Didn't find it, by the way. The steps are there, but I would say probably, I don't know if it would get a full step deal or not. There are little nicks here and there. That's always kind of a hard deal. But anyway, onward we go. We will be going on to pennies next. And just keep on going to it. And seeing if we can pick up some new stuff. Anyway, hope everybody has a great rest of the week or weekend whenever you see this, if you see this. And onward we go. Cheers to everybody. Be safe out there.